Hello, welcome to the Pitchy podcast. We're your hosts, James
and Stephanie.
Today is a very, very special episode because we have a very special guest joining us. She was a top 10 contestant on season 22, NBC's The Voice, and she was so awesome that she had the husband and wife coaching team, or coaches fighting over her, and she got stolen. She's a singer-songwriter who constantly impressed us with her beautiful voice and song selections that celebrated so many of the classics. Not to mention, she's an incredible storyteller.
Absolutely.
Rowan, welcome to the Pitchy podcast.
Yay! Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so excited.
We are just so excited. You were definitely one of the ones we wanted to get on, and we love that you listened to us, and
yes,
we were like, gosh, why don't we just shoot our shot and start folks to come on the podcast? And the response has been overwhelming, and so we thank you so much for spending time out of your busy life and day to day to come and talk to us.
Yes, thank you guys.
You know, I like to jump right into the questions because, Rowan, inquiring minds really want to know the answer to some of these questions. So, Stephanie, I'll have you kick us off today.
All right. Hi, Rowan.
Hi, Stephanie.
So what did your life look like before you auditioned for The Voice?
So I am currently a junior in high school, so I'm still in school, and that kind of took up a lot of my life with school. And then I'm also really heavily involved in theater at my school, my drama club. I've been doing shows, ever since I was a freshman, and even before that, to be honest with you. So I'm heavily involved in the after school, going to theater all the time, doing a bunch of shows and that kind of stuff. And then also just like being a kid, hanging out with my friends and my family. Right. I dance. I've been dancing ever since I was little, so that's something I'm really into. And then last summer, the summer before my voice experience, I was in a band and I performed around Rapid City in the Rapid City music scene and kind of got some performance under my belt there, which was really fun. So yeah, kept busy.
As a former theater kid, Rowan, we could probably talk for hours. What are you all doing this year?
Huh?
What shows are you all doing?
This year, I just finished with a chorus line. Yes, it was so much fun. I actually played Christine, who is the character that can't sing.
Yes.
Yes. And so my director... Yes, exactly. Yes. So my director actually was like, first, he thought it'd be really funny and like ironic that people would come and see that. But he said that, it takes a strong singer to sing wrong, but correctly. Yes. So you don't like ruin your voice or like hurt your voice or that kind of stuff. Yes. And he wanted to have the other parts of me shine as well, like my dancing, because like I said, I've been dancing ever since I was little. So my dancing as well as my acting. So he really wanted to point that out to people because people already knew about my singing stuff. So yeah,
that's fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'm excited.
I ask you, and this is so not scripted, Rowan, but I'm going to stay here for a second. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Good.
Keep going.
Yes.
Rowan, what's your favorite musical?
Oh my God. Okay. So I think my favorite musical that I've been in so far was my freshman year. I was Sophie in Mamma Mia, and that was like so much fun because I grew up watching Mamma Mia when I was younger, and it was like such a dream role of mine. And I love the music, ABBA classics. I love the music in that musical.
Yes,
and it had a lot. It was like a party on stage all the time. That was so much fun.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yes, I mean now I know why when the winner takes it all. I mean,
yes.
Right.
So I think that was my favorite one that I'm in. But I feel like soon it'll be because this spring my school is doing Frozen, we're doing
What?
we're doing the actual Broadway version. They are allowing rights to one school in every state, and our school won
Get
those
out of
rights.
here.
So we're the first school in our state. We're one of 50, it was like 51 or 52 schools across the country to be able to do the actual, not shortened or show. So I'm so excited for that. I think that will soon become my favorite one. But,
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I know. I know. Trip out to South Dakota. I'm sure you guys probably haven't been before. Most people haven't. So
no,
I haven't. This would be the reason to get there.
Right? There you go.
But in the oh gosh, your winters, I can't even imagine, Rowan. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, definitely don't come in the winter. I don't recommend.
Winter.
Yeah.
Right.
Whew. Right.
Burr.
Okay. Well, we could go. We could
go on for keep going, James.
Rowan, what about the voice experience was the nicest surprise to you? Like about your whole experience with the voice?
Really, it was honestly the relationships that I found there. You know, these people that I met on this show are people that I'm going to be friends with and I'm going to talk to for the rest of my life. They truly were so amazing. And I learned so much from them as well. You know, you go into it expecting to learn a lot, expecting to learn a lot from your coaches or maybe like your battle partners or that kind of stuff, or like the vocal coaches or the people that are meant to show you things. But what I didn't expect was to learn so much from like my peers and the people around me that were on the show with me, like getting to just sit and listen to them talk about music and how they see music and their life and their past with music and how they got to here. It's just so, one, it's inspiring, you know, all of us being able to come together and share this experience. But I just feel like I learned so much from these people and they're just, it was just amazing. It was really amazing. Yeah.
It was amazing to see. I love the voice. And we talked about this with Kim, especially. I love the voice because you all are at so many different times of your lives, like so many different, because there's such a wide age range, that, like you said, to bring all these experiences together, it must have been just amazing.
Yeah.
Because
so amazing.
Even the most seasoned or oldest performers learn stuff from you and you learn stuff from them.
Vice versa. Yeah.
It was just awesome to see. I think Kim used family. She said, like,
yes,
you all became family. Like
we did become a family, and it's like
even though like some people hung out with other people more, like it was still very family oriented.
Oh yeah,
you all
for sure.
You know those COVID protocols. COVID protocols kept you all together.
Yeah. We all got along so well, and that's something I'm also grateful for. Like, there was no separation between some of us. I mean, yeah, some of us grew closer with other people just because like, we were around more in ages and that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, we can all, I think, confidently say that we were all really close with one another and all enjoyed each other's company and could hang out with literally anybody, you know, there, because it was just so amazing. Really,
Stephanie,
yes, family.
Did you say, like, we could totally see it, like it totally came
absolutely
through?
I mean, James and I commented so many times throughout this season that we felt so blessed to be like really diving into this season because you all as artists, number one, were phenomenal, like hands down phenomenal, front to back. Everybody was phenomenal.
We always said the bench was so deep.
It was deep, but even above that, like we could just tell with our interactions with you all through Instagram and different things, and just how you all presented yourselves on the show. You just all seemed like the nicest people. You know, you just really all seemed really kind.
Yes, definitely the kindest group of people ever. I was honestly shocked at that because you just never know what you're going into.
That's right.
But to know that I was going into such a great family was awesome.
That's fantastic.
That's wonderful to hear, especially because you all had to be there. Like, were you still there during Thanksgiving or no?
I was. Yeah, I was there during Thanksgiving.
I couldn't imagine not being.
Say, once you spend a holiday with people, you family.
Yes, right. And that day was so like so warm too, because it was like just trying to, you know, be around each other and be there for the people that maybe were sad that they weren't with their family. Because even I was lucky because like my mom was there with me because I'm a minor, so I have her. But then someone like my friend Kike, like he was alone, and so it was, you know, we just hung out.
I was like, Stephanie and I were talking. I was like, Kike is still a teenager. Like, even though he's over 18.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
He basically lived with Perjita and I. Let's be real.
Well, I'm so glad you all were able to be there for each other like that, and have a relationship that will go on for years to come. So that's amazing. Forever. That's amazing. So what was the most challenging thing for you about being on The Voice?
I think the most challenging thing was probably two things. One was once we got into the live shows, it became, you know, days became busy, and I knew that was going to happen. I knew that the days were going to get busier. But it was hard to find time to rest my voice. And after the first week, I think, you know, me, as I'm still a kid, you know, growing up and trying, like, my body maybe isn't as strong as like older people, I don't know, but I did start to get sick during the lives. And that's always hard for two reasons. One, because you're getting sick and you have to be on TV, but two, because you know you're getting sick. So it's that mental, like, oh my gosh, I can't be getting sick right now, chugging water, taking like all that kind of stuff. So it's hard. It's something people don't really think about, but like as a singer, like your one thing that you rely on is your voice, and it needs to be there so that you can do this kind of stuff. And so I was like, oh my goodness, I got to go into like drinking water and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I was obviously doing that before, but it was just like, it made everything, I think, a little bit more nerve-wracking. And then it was just, I think a lot of it was just like the nerves and anxiety. It was just elevated because knowing that it's TV and knowing that you're singing in front of Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani, Camila Cabello, and John Legend, I'm like, you want me to sit here and sing in front of John Legend?
Right. And I am singing in front of John Legend.
Literally, I was like, I just have to pretend that this isn't actually happening. Like, I can't pretend that this is actually real. Yeah,
it's so
that's why it's so good to have these people around you and like have them be friends with you and stuff, because we were never competing against each other, really. Like the show had us against each other technically, but we never thought that way. None of us thought that way or felt that way. We were so uplifting towards each other, which I'm so grateful for, because truly those live show days especially were so nerve-wracking. You know, you're there all day and you're just counting down the hours. Yes. And you want to make sure you time when you eat, what time you eat in the day. Make sure you're eating enough, but like not too close to when you sing, because singers are weird about all that kind of stuff. And and
Rowan,
just making sure.
It seemed like also there was like a whole bunch of hurry up and wait. Like you just seemed like you all were waiting for like just it just
it'd be like, okay, go, get ready. Okay, now you can wait until And so it was all obviously manageable, but like I think it was just the stress. But you know, we all knew that was coming with it, and we all were feeling that. And so when you are able to like relate with the people around you, I think that makes it better. We were all uplifting each other, which helped. But yeah, definitely just like the mental part of it, knowing that you're singing on live television in front of these people. It's like no pressure.
Yeah.
But really, it's really like, you know, you just have to tell yourself you're human, and that's whatever happens out there, like you're here for a reason, you know. That's something that's really important to remember, because so many voices are different, and you can't compare yourself to other people. You can't you can't get in your head, because you're there for a reason, and everybody believes in you. So believe in yourself. you know,
Yes.
Are you sure you're a junior in high school?
So you preaching right now about
you hear her dropping this knowledge?
I got my pen ready. I was taking notes. A little motivation for myself.
Motivational speech right here.
Yes.
Oh, Rowan, say it. So
no, but that will preach to somebody.
It will.
That will preach to somebody, especially in the arts or anything that is very vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, it's James and I always talk about the fact how vulnerable a thing that singing is.
Yeah,
and
it really is.
I've commented so many times, either on the podcast or to James, like, I cannot imagine, especially for like the instant save situations, like I cannot even begin to comprehend the level of stress, anxiety, just pressure, but also like resolve of like, I have to put forth my best so I can, if I have to walk away, if I'm not able to go through, at least I know that I was able to put my best foot forward. So like, we really commend you all. And go ahead, James.
Speaking of instant save, your performance was riveting.
Yes, it was.
Thank you.
Your landslide was riveting.
Thank you so much.
It was so good.
We were like, how can she? I mean, she's singing for her life right now, and for her voice life or whatever, and she drops this ridiculous arrangement of landslide, and we just were like,
thank you.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Yes,
and
that day
I had been waiting. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that day was just the craziest day because, I mean, I told you I was sick. Well, that Tuesday was probably the worst it had been, and I wasn't talking all day. And I like Morgan Miles gave me her facial steamer, and Justin came and brought me this like ginger like tea stuff. Yes. And they were helping me out so much, and they were like, okay, warm up right now, but then not here. And like backstage, I had a cup of like warm water that I was like chugging, and like I was really trying to not speak but also make sure my voice is still warm. So that really means a lot that you say that to me, because I think on top of me being nervous, you know, thinking I could possibly sing in the instant save, I was also just like, I just hope something comes out, you know, I hope that it still comes out the way that I planned. And I was very pleased, and thank you. I was very happy with how it came out. Thank you.
So speaking of performances, Rowan, what has been your favorite performance of season 22? And this could be
I want to hear both. I want to hear both of yours and of somebody else.
Someone else.
Okay. So this is like I gotta like, okay. So personally, I feel like I've thought about like my own performances, right? And like which ones I love to perform. One of my favorites is Landslide. It's for sure Landslide, and how that was it's always been my favorite song. That song was when I knew I had to do that song in the show. I knew I wanted to since day one, and I love Stevie Nicks specifically, and I love that song, and I just really wanted to sing it, and it was one of my favorites to do, even though it was in that high pressure, high stress situation. It's also like the end of my time on the show, like it's not really even a sad thing, because it's like I got to sing that song in front of like the coaches, and you know, I had people supporting me, and Blake supporting me. Like I told Blake, he came up to me at the commercial break and was like, what song are you singing? I was like, I'm singing Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. And he goes, perfect, Rowan, that's perfect. And I was like, okay, I'm glad that you are excited for it. And he goes, and like the fact that he like said it was like a perfect song for me, it made me feel even better about it. And then, you know, after I was done with that performance, I was so content with what I did that I was like, whatever happens, I'm content with that. Like I feel good. And so that kind of goes with the performance as well. That makes it like special.
What did they say, Rowan? You left it all on the stage.
Yeah. Thank you.
You did. You really did.
So,
and I just, yeah, it was, Stephanie and I still talk about it.
And after seeing you a couple times in the show, we kind of got our brain wrapped around the kind of songs that you would sing. Mm-hmm. And I told James early on, I said, I want her to sing Landslide.
Oh my God.
I want her to sing Landslide.
Wow.
So when Carson said that you were singing that for your instant save, I was just like, oh. And then to hear you sing it, I was like, oh, and she delivered. It was everything. It was literally everything.
Thank you.
Okay, so whose performance other than yourself was your favorite? And you can have a couple. It doesn't have to be one.
It has to be a couple because I just can't even pick one.
Okay, that's fine.
The floor is yours, Rowan.
So my best friend on the show I have a couple best friends on the show, but Perjita is my best friend, and I love her so much.
Love her.
And when I heard her singing I'll Never Love Again backstage, I was sitting back there, and I was like looking at the screen, and I was just like started like tearing up, like so proud because she's my best friend, but it just was so like beautiful and like emotional, and she took me to where she was, and it was just oh my God, I had to be like, Rowan, stop, you still have to sing, like calm down, you still have to sing, like right, because Blake's team was like towards the end, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And so I still hadn't sung yet, and I just was like, you are perfect and wonderful, and this is wow, like no words. Like, no words. So that's one of my favorites from her, and just it was so beautiful.
It was. Yeah.
It was.
And then Omar, which, let's be real, I could say every single performance by Omar, and that's just it. Like, you could. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know how he can do this. I just sit mesmerized with anything he does. Anything.
That's
I'm like, yes. So then, but really,
hey Rowan, I'm gonna ask you what I asked Kim did a live during the show. I asked him, I said, is Omar's voice real? And she said, yes, Omar's voice is real.
Right. It's real, but I don't know how, but it is real. I don't know how, but it's there.
All right.
I think
it's been doubly confirmed.
Yes. But I think my favorite one that just made me say, I mean, truly, and I wasn't there for this one. I was here in my room watching it on TV, and I
know what she's going to say.
Somebody to Love.
Yes.
I knew it.
Like,
I know it.
I mean, and first he pulled out
kids.
Theater
kids,
right. And that's what me and Omar had in common, and we talked about a lot. And like, he's in a show right now, and so he texted me. He's like, "Look what I'm in, Rowan." I was like, "Oh my gosh, I just got done with this one." And and we're talking about different shows and stuff. But he's so. I mean, when I saw that, I was like, first I was like, "Thank you, voice, for seeing his vision," because I know that was his mind. Like, I know that. And then I was like, especially even after The Way You Make Me Feel, after he did that, I was like, he can't do better than that. And then he did.
Right. That's what we said.
And I was like,
a perfect performance.
I was literally just like, Omar is the voice and the performer and the dancer and the, like, I was literally speechless. That was just...
Rowan, did you see the confetti falling in that man's mouth and he was still singing?
I did not see that, but did it when he was in the sky?
Yes, when he was in the sky, when they had him lifted up, the confetti was falling down, and he literally picked it out of his mouth and kept going. I said, he's literally done everything. The man cannot do another thing to show us how great he is.
I'm like, so, like, when are we going to see this guy on Broadway? So when are we going to see him on Broadway? Right? It's pretty soon.
And on top of that, I'm about to have my first kid.
And I'm about to have my first kid.
Which, that was shocking to me, too. He calls, he goes, "Hey, Rowan, I'm a dad. I was like, oh, Mom. You're kidding. This is insane. No, he's amazing. And yeah, I don't even, wow. I mean, and then I have so many more favorites. I mean, Summertime. Oh,
I mean, and what do you say?
Hey, y'all.
What do you say?
Okay, can we talk about,
I had
the
to go against
time
that.
Rowan, you sure did.
When
you and Destiny were doing the dance moves in the background, I was like,
yes. That was too like a whole thing. It was because it was like me and Kike were best friends. We are best friends, still are best friends. And when we found out that we were going against each other, we were like,
no,
oh my God.
Right.
We like couldn't talk about it. We like whenever we would like see each other at the hotel or like we'd hang out or whatever, we would be like not talking about it at all.
Right.
Because we knew what the best situation could be, but you just never know what's gonna happen. And then of course we're going against Destiny, which oh my goodness. And
powerhouse in and of herself.
Yes, exactly. And so that was like a nerve-wracking thing that kind of made it more nerve-wracking, knowing I was going against my best friend, and it was hard for the both of us to do that. Mm-hmm. But I'm fully calling Kike out. He might like text me and be like, "Why did you say this on the podcast?" But he like
we can edit if need be. Let me know.
When he found out that I got saved, he cried. Because he was so happy that we both could go through, and they brought him, because they made us go off different ways, they brought him to my side just so he could come see me, and I got to see him right after, and I gave him like the biggest hug ever, and like it was just the sweetest moment ever.
He will not mind you sharing that. I do not.
No,
that is so awesome. Yes. That is amazing.
Yes, he's
great. Oh my goodness.
But there's so many, and like there's literally so many more. Like these people this season, I don't. They're not human. They're not human. They're literally not human. They're so amazing.
I was going to say, and you were one of them.
Thank you.
Because Stephanie and I would say week in and week out, these are going to be impossible eliminations.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like impossible.
I mean, I never had any clue. I never had any clue either. People would ask me because they're like, "You're there." I'm like, "No, I don't know. I have no idea." Right. Like, it shouldn't be any of us. Is what I would say to people.
It really shouldn't.
Right. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. What's our next question? Okay, so you have two coaches that you worked with.
Yes.
You worked with Miss Gwen and you worked with Mr. Blake. Mm-hmm. So tell us the best thing about working with each of them.
Yeah. Okay. So when working with Gwen, I always said like that she was just the kindest, sweetest, like sincere person when talking to. Mm-hmm. I mean, she would even be giving you critiques or coaching you, on your voice. And the way that she was saying it sounded like she was just giving you the biggest compliment ever. Like she just said everything in the sweetest way. And that really mattered a lot to me. Also, just like the sincerity behind her words that she was saying. Yes. Like when we were working on the battle song, like she was just so, like she made eye contact, like just really showed just how much she cared, about how we did on that stage. And she just wanted the best for both of us. And that meant a lot to me. And that was the same thing for the knockouts as well. It was like, she was just so loving towards the people on her team and just wanted to see them all succeed. And I feel like that's like the mom in her, kind of seeing that with, especially with the younger people on her team, like myself. Yeah. And so I really felt that like motherly love kind of, which was just
awesome.
It was just so comforting. And, it's so motivating knowing that, your coach believes in you that much, and it really pushes you to even work harder. And so I'm so grateful for that from Gwen, like that she was just so sincere and sweet with everything that she said. It really showed she cared. Yeah. And then Blake is like similar but different. Like I can I totally see how they're like compatible and married for sure.
Right.
He's super laid back like way more, I think, laid back than like everybody else. He's kind of just that country guy, you know, super chill, laid back. But like he really didn't want to waste any time, kind of. He was like, I want this to be your creative control, which was important. Like he was like, oh, and then he would always be like, you can do that higher. Let's raise the key. Every time we would go in, or when I first met with Hopelessly Devoted, I took it down like a half step or a whole step, and he goes, you can do the original key, right? And I was like,
interesting.
Only for you, Blake.
Only for you.
But it pushed me to where I think it sounded better than it would have down there, which is really cool. That he was able to like, hear that and notice that. And, you know, he really made me feel just very loved and supported. Because I think something for me is like, I really just I always just wanted to make people proud. That's always been, you know, me when growing up, like, I would look up to people in my community and like people like my directors, and when I was in shows with them, and would really just, all I wanted to do was just make them proud. And so that's something that I think about a lot. And so with Blake especially, like, I felt like, you know, I really just wanted to make him proud. And then when he would speak to me after the song, or speak to me, you know, the next time we'd see each other for filming and that kind of stuff, and would tell me, like, he called me little buddy all the time. I was his little buddy. He would always say, hey little buddy, oh hey little buddy, and it was just like the sweetest thing. And so he would say, I'm proud of you, little buddy. And that was just like the best thing ever, because like through all this stress and all the nerves and all the pressure and everything, I was like, I don't even care how that went, you know, like just to know that like you're proud of me makes me proud of myself for what I did out there too. Yes. And like, it was just, it was the coolest thing. He's like got a little soft, sweet heart in there, and that laid back, chill vibe. He's like the sweetest. So
that is so wonderful, because at least now, I think at this point, James, we've heard similar about all of the coaches.
Absolutely.
And I'm so grateful to hear that this is not just like an in and out, play up to the camera, but, you know, nothing really behind what they're doing. I love hearing that they are real people, really investing in you all, and really giving you wisdom and giving you inspiration and giving you good feedback and giving you nicknames. I love that. I love that. And I also want to say, I think that you have succeeded in making your community proud, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
Absolutely.
You better represent, Rowan.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Rowan. So who out of the other artists on the show would you want to do a duet with? And it doesn't have to just be one person.
Okay. Oh boy.
And why?
I mean,
like.
I mean, first off, like off the bat, honestly, like literally everybody. But like, if we're gonna get picky here, right? Okay. Well, one, I really would love to sing with Perzita, because we sing together all the time. We would sing together all the time anyways, and would mess around singing together. And I just think we have very contrasting voices. Like hers is a lot more soulful in that kind of way, but we also have similar things about our tones and like our voices as well, which is why I think it would be really fun to do something with her, because you know, you can, when you hear us, you can tell we're different people. But we blend really well. Like we sing harmonies and that kind of stuff really well together, and it's just, and I just love her to death too. So that would just be so much fun.
I could hear it. I would love to hear it.
And it's definitely gonna happen. And it's definitely gonna happen for sure.
Awesome.
I mean, she's my best friend, so I'll be seeing her soon. But it's definitely gonna happen. So
are you because we live down the road from Parashita. Did you know that, Rowan?
No.
We're in Maryland.
We're in Maryland.
Oh my goodness.
Like
Okay.
we were so upset we didn't get to go see her and Kike's show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we're right here. So if you come to Maryland,
yes, I will be coming to Maryland pretty soon here. So
all right, well,
awesome.
we will let you
We'll be
know.
here.
Yes,
Please
awesome.
do.
That's so
Please
cool.
do.
And then something I think would just kind of be fun to do is to do a duet with this is what I feel like a lot of people want us to do as well, which would be fun, is Braden.
Yes.
Yeah. So Braden and I became a lot closer, especially like during lives, because we're on the same team and we're both the young ones of the team. So we get taken everywhere. We go to school together and we do that kind of stuff. And he's like my brother now, pretty much. Like he's literally like my brother. And so I think it would be fun to do some type of duet with him, just because we're on the same team and got to hang out so much, and we're super close.
So cool.
And that would be, I just thought that would be.
And I always thought
fun.
like people like you and Braden, like I thought that even though Braden was country, both of you all have voices that can go to any genre of music.
Yeah, y'all can float.
That's what would be cool. Like you all are not, even though Braden is a country singer,
right.
I feel like he could sing anything.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like you can sing anything. So I think that would make that really cool.
Absolutely. And since you brought it up just a little bit, I know I was very interested in the whole educational aspect of things because you were still a student. So what was that was something that you had to navigate during the competition. What did that look like for you?
Yeah, it was, I had to wake up every morning just a little bit earlier. And on days where we weren't filming, I would have school from 8 to 11 or 12. Usually I would have to log into a Zoom and with the teacher that they have there. And then she's there just if I need any help. And then I would kind of work on my own schoolwork that my teachers sent me as much as they could. And then we had to, on filming days, as if it's not stressful enough, they put us in a room for an hour and have us work on school. But if I'm going to be honest with you, we did not really sit in that room and do school because we were not thinking about school on those days, we were like, we can't think about school right now. I can't be doing my math problems right now. There's no way. Yeah.
Nobody doing no algebra.
Yeah, no.
Stephanie, would you have made her do her math problems?
No, she's asking me that because I used to be. I was a former teacher, so that's
really?
why he's asking me that.
Yeah.
No, I would not have made her do nothing but warm up her voice, or rest her voice, or rest her mind, and say you can get to that tomorrow.
Yes,
focus.
My mom was that way too. She was like, "You're good, Ron. Don't do school right now. You'll be fine. We'll work on it tomorrow on your day off."
I know that's right.
Thank you.
You're like,
thanks,
I'm
Mom.
a professional now.
Right. And it's like, I'm not thinking about school right now. I'm sorry. I'm I'm worried about 100 other things. So yeah, it was kind of annoying, but I remember they would walk past our room that we would be in school. So Bodie would walk past and Omar and Morgan and they would all walk past and they'd look at us as they're going to get food and coming back with food. And they're looking at us. We'd have paper and pens and there we have little note cards that we have where we did drawing contests and we wrote help, put it down and we're just messing with them and stuff. But it was so
Get
funny.
me out.
Help, please. And they would just laugh and they'd be like, sorry.
Right.
But it's,
I think,
is what it is.
The audience is going to love this, Rowan. They're really going to love hearing
I love it.
We are having a blast with you. So before we move to rapid fires, I have one last question, and this could be something that has to do with the voice or totally doesn't have to do with the voice. But what is something you almost said no to, but you ended up saying yes, and it worked out really well for you?
Oh my goodness. It was for auditioning for this season. And I'm not even kidding.
Really?
Okay.
I I auditioned for The Voice right off the bat when I was 13, which is the youngest you can be to audition for the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went to an open call. My dad drove me, or I think we flew, to San Francisco. And I stayed there for a couple of days with some family members, like my grandma's cousins or something. And we stayed there and we waited in line all day for the at the open call, how it used to be before COVID happened. It was like all in person, and you were basically just in line all day, just waiting to get into that room and sing a 30-second a cappella with and that was crazy too. And so I did that, and the guy who was in the room, who's choosing for us or whatever, he held me and this girl back and had us stay, and he told the girl she was moving on, and he told me, he was like, we like your voice, but you're kind of young, so we want to wait a little bit. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a good outcome. So then COVID happened, and there were virtual calls, so I did like 1 or 2 virtual calls, and then The Voice would reach out to me as well and ask me to audition. So I think with the virtual, I think I auditioned like maybe 3 times or something here and there, just because it was so easy, and it's like, why not, right?
Right.
Well, that second to last time before the actual one that worked, it was, I had gotten to like almost there, and then they told me, like, sorry, we're not gonna continue on and whatever. And I was like, I think at that time I got a little excited, because I was like, oh, maybe this could be. And then I was kind of sad, and I was like, maybe this means something. Maybe this just means I'm not meant to do that. So I'm just going to move on. Right. Well, then like a year later, my dad's like, hey, open calls, or you can do a virtual call. And I was like, I don't know. I was like busy with school and theater. And I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know if I want to. And he's like, well, do you not want to be in The Voice? And I was like, no, I do want to be in The Voice. Like, I definitely do want to be in The Voice. And I was like, I think I was like, I'm just kind of, I think really what I wasn't telling him and what I wasn't realizing myself is I was like, I just don't want to be disappointed again. And, you kind of get in those ruts when, sometimes you get too excited and that kind of happens. And so that's kind of where I was. And he was like, you know what? I totally get that. How about we just do it this one last time, and then if nothing happens, that's okay. Then we can move on, right? So I'm like, I was like, it's like me, a teenager, and my dad telling me like, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Like, I'll do it.
Right.
So then we got the videos together, and then I sent them in, and I was like, I don't even know if this is I was really negative mindset. I was like, I don't know why I was but my dad knew. He believed in me still, which was just great. I'm glad that he pushed me, because he knew it was something I wanted to do, and that it was really, I was just feeling like a little discouraged, rather than not me actually want to do it, because I really did want to do it. And then when I got a call back, I think it was a call back, I can't remember if it was to send in more songs, because I think what I did is I skipped the virtual open call because someone had reached out to me. I think is what actually happened. And so I just sent in, I was like in the second round already, and I sent in songs.
Nice.
And then I got called back to talk to them, and I was like, yes, oh my God, I love talking, which I literally I love talking, if you can't tell. I was like, okay, perfect. I'm gonna show them who I am, and really, So then one morning, it was a snow day. It was like a late start because it was snowing so much in South Dakota. And so I did my interview with them, and then they were like, okay, we'll call you in maybe 2 months. And I was like, okay, I'll just not think about it. And then when I got that call, the call that like literally changed my life, I was I can't believe this is happening. And it was just so, it made me so grateful that my dad pushed me to do that, because he knew that I wanted to do it. And he saw that fire still inside of me that I wanted to do it, but I was just a little nervous. And so I'm really thankful to him, because like, look at where I am now. Like this, it's insane. Like, I'm like, oh my God, what if I'm like, okay, don't even think about it because it happened, right? So, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that like that was almost the no. Like I almost said no, but I decided not to. And look at life now.
Stephanie, what have we said about Rowan the whole time? We like Rowan was raised right.
She was raised right.
We've been saying that about you the whole time because we started off saying that about you, Rowan, because of your song choice alone. We were like, Rowan's an old soul, and then we
definitely an old soul.
Backstory with your dad and all of that. We're like, oh, okay, well this makes sense why she's singing the song she's singing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
She has a dad that knows music really well.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Yes. My dad and my grandparents definitely raised me on. I have like right here next to my bed, there's my Beatles posters. It's my giant Beatles.
Come on.
We got some ABBA. We got them everywhere.
I love it.
I love it.
Come on, teenagers. Pay attention to Rowan.
Pay attention.
Like, this is real music.
Yes.
Right, real music. Yes.
And James, I don't know if you heard that, but she kind of spoke a word to us as parents.
Yes.
To kind of
absolutely
not push our kids, but there could be times when we know that they're gifted in an area, but
incapable.
There might have been a rejection, or there might have been a, something that happened that kind of made not even soured, but just made them think.
Yeah. And it's like, as a teenager too, teenagers, especially like people like at my age, like, especially last year, it was just, you get so, you're like, well, I don't know. I just don't know if this is right. Like you get so down on yourself and self-critical of the things that you do. So you kind of don't see what your parents see in you. And so I'm so grateful to my dad for that, for believing in me and seeing that in me. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. That is fantastic.
All right, Stephanie. This is my favorite part of the interview.
All right. These are just rapid fire questions. I'm going to make a statement or say a question and whatever the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So what is the first thing that you check on your phone in the morning?
Probably Snapchat. I check Snapchat. See if my friends texted me.
All right. Next one. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh. Adele. Any Adele. I just love Adele.
Really?
Come on, Adele.
Love Adele.
Yes, me too. Okay. What is your favorite comfort show or show to binge?
That 70s show. Love that show. Yes. So good.
You're my favorite.
I love it. I love it so much.
That's a good show. That's a good show. Okay. What is your favorite season and or holiday?
Ooh. Favorite season is probably summer because it's just like literally freezing here in South Dakota in the winter. But my favorite holiday is Christmas. So that
of course.
does it.
Of course.
But, yeah.
I'm tracking with you. Mine are the same.
Yeah.
Mine are the same. What is your favorite snack?
My favorite snack. I love Cheez-Its. I'm a Cheez-It girl.
Me
I
too.
love Cheez-Its.
I love Cheez-Its.
They're
Like
so
original
good.
or what flavor, Rowan?
Honestly, I mean, like usually original, but like I do any flavor. Like I love them all.
I like the originals.
I do
Either
too.
that-
Some Cheez-Its.
Either
Just
that or
cannot have
popcorn.
one.
I eat popcorn all the time. Love popcorn.
You
My
like
favorite
smart
combo.
food?
Popcorn.
My favorite combo is popcorn and strawberry kiwi Capri Suns.
Come on.
I have those. That's my little snack together. I'm literally a child. That is how you know I'm literally a child.
No, listen. I have popcorn literally every Friday night.
Oh my God.
With my little mommy juice that I have.
Oh my
and I have
goodness.
this popper that you can put in the microwave
Mhm.
that pops kernels, so it's like fresh popcorn. Put some good butter on
The
it.
best kind. Oh my
Girl.
God. So good.
It's good. So
I
yum.
like smart food.
Oh, I got some smart food in the pantry too
Hey,
now.
Any kind,
Yes,
right?
I don't discriminate.
I like smart food popcorn. I love
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
Coffee. I wish it was tea because like tea is better for my voice.
Right.
Like I wish it was tea, but honestly, I'm a coffee girl, and yeah, I love coffee. I'm too addicted, to be honest.
Yeah. I love a good coffee too. What album do you always come back to?
Ooh. Let It Be.
Come on, Rowan.
Oh,
Come on, Rowan.
I have the record over there because I have a record player, and I love so
raised right.
Raised right. Hashtag raised right. Yes. Yes. Okay, here's the last one. Who is your dream celebrity collaboration?
Probably like dream would be a dream is to even just be in the presence of I love Adele. I really do. I love her. She's so inspiring to me. I don't even know what I'd do with her. Honestly, I don't even have to sing with her. I just want to be in the presence and listen to her sing, or she can speak to me or give me life lessons. I don't even know. I love I love her. Everything about her.
Doesn't she have a show in Vegas? Is she doing a Vegas show?
Yes, she is.
Residency.
She is.
Roll through.
Right.
See what happens.
Right. Hey Adele, what up?
Right.
Yeah.
Back on the stage
and I also like love her personality.
Yeah, I love her I love her personality too. I feel like she would just scoop you up. Yes.
That's something that draws me into celebrities too, is like I watch their interviews all the time. It's like I just love her personality. She just seems like the funnest person ever.
Yeah.
Either that or Paul McCartney, because I just love Paul McCartney. I mean, and my favorite Beatle is actually George Harrison, who has passed away.
George, wow.
Yeah, but George and Paul are my two faves. So that's just to be in the presence of Paul would be wow. His songwriting is just oh, yes, wow.
Yes.
Well, Rowan, it has been an absolute delight for the Pitchy podcast to get to talk to you.
Yes, this was so much fun.
You are a light.
You are a light. Perfect, James.
Inspire. Yeah, I mean, we're old enough to be your mom and dad, and you've inspired us by some of your words.
Thank you so much.
No, seriously, absolutely. That is the truth.
You.
It has been
wonderful
talking to you, and you are so wise beyond your young years.
Thank you.
I always would say I need to check the birth certificate because I don't believe you are a junior in high school.
Right.
Some of the just, I like to call it like the nuggets, the gold nuggets that you dropped today for us and for the Pitchies and for really the world to hear. It's just been absolutely phenomenal. We just thank you. We wish you so much success and continued opportunities to use your gift. If I could get to South Dakota to see Frozen, I would. Stephanie and I would absolutely get out there.
Yes.
So, Rowan, please let our listening audience and watching now, because we're on YouTube now, please let us know anything you want to share about what's coming up next for you. I know you shared a little bit about your spring musical. And where they can go to keep up with you.
Yes, so I am writing music right now. I'm in the process of getting stuff recorded so that I can release music, because that's my favorite thing. That's the thing I want to do the most, is release music. So that is the biggest thing that's happening right now. And then I'm going to be playing shows a lot, mostly around South Dakota and where I live, but hoping to soon go other places around the US. Just follow me on Instagram and Facebook. They're both at Rowan Grace Music, and that's where I'll be posting updates for shows and music and everything like that. And then my Spotify is Rowan Grace Music for when that kind of stuff comes out. It's just, it's just Rowan Grace, my Spotify, and Apple Music and that kind of stuff. But yeah, my social media is where I'll be like announcing everything fun and exciting going on in my life. And I have some really cool things happening that I can't really share yet, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, Rowan, if you do come to visit your BFF Parashita, please let us know, because we would so love to meet you in person. And hopefully if you come out here, you and Parashita will get to do that duet, and Stephanie and I will just dive.
Yes.
We'll just die a little bit. So thank you so much, Rowan.
Thank you,
for
guys.
just taking your time again. I know, like you said, the voice has changed your life, and we call ourselves a little podcast that could, and we are just so grateful and so blessed for you all to take the time to come and, talk to us.
And thank you guys for all your kind words and everything, and just being so sweet and so thoughtful, and your compliments have been so amazing, and just hearing you guys talk about music is it's super cool. It's been really awesome. We all have talked about you together as well too, and we all love listening to you. So yeah.
Freaking out a little bit.
we are, because we never imagined, like, if you would have told me in September when we started that we were going to be talking to you or anybody, if James would have said, we're going to be talking to Rowan Grace in January, I would have been like, yeah, you're funny, James. So like, this is absolutely, like, we are so grateful.
We're just uber fans.
We're so grateful.
Like,
we could not. We thank God every day that James decided that we were going to start this podcast on this season. We could not have picked a better season, because we could not have anticipated better artists and better people to give feedback to. So,
and because
thank you so much.
Just of the time invested with Stephanie and I, just spending so much time, we feel like you all are our family too. Like, because everyone we've talked to has been so gracious, so forthcoming, and so, like, you all had no problem sharing some of yourselves with us, and our audience appreciated it, but we really appreciate it.
We really do.
So thank you again, Rowan. So Stephanie, tell our Pitchy podcast audience what they need to know.
Okay, so don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Pitchy podcast on your favorite podcast platform, so you can be the first to know when we drop a new episode. And guess what? We are on YouTube now. Please search for the Pitchy podcast and hit that subscribe button so you know when we drop a new video. And also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Pitchy Podcast for new episode alerts, episode clips, and so much more.
So until next time, friends, thanks for listening and thanks for watching. And we will talk to you again very soon.
Very soon. Bye-bye.